Welcome to Politics NY with Sky. Schneps Media is asking each candidate running for New York City office this year 3 questions in 3 minutes to get to know another side of them. And right now I'm with Tricia Shimamura. She's running for New York City Council District 5 on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. So Tricia, let's get to know you and your background a little bit for people that may not know you. Tell us about yourself and why you're running for office this year.
Great. Well, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me, Sky. Thank you, Schneps Media. I'm running for office for a real simple reason. I love this community. This is my home. This is my family. This is where I'm raising my son and the only place that I want to be. And when you love something, you take care of it. You do everything you can to protect it. You try to serve those who are most vulnerable. And really, this campaign is making sure that the seniors, the small businesses, the working families, and really every other resident living here have what they need to stay in our city and thrive. I got my start working for Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney as her Deputy Chief of Staff, where I worked to cut through red tape and deliver 9/11 first responders healthcare benefits. I was down there in the tunnels, pushing them to finish phase 1 of the 2nd Avenue subway. I stood arm in arm with our local residents as we opposed the Marine Transfer Station. And maybe most significantly, at least to me, I spent the last decade fighting to preserve and enhance our East River Esplanade. For me, this is not an empty park space or just a simple park space. It's really an issue of environmental justice. The Esplanade is our critical barrier from rising stormwaters of the East River. It protects our FDR, our hospitals, our schools, our parks, our residents. And it's never been more clear to me that we really need to invest in our communities, have a candidate that comes from this neighborhood, fights for this neighborhood, and is really going to be a strong voice for us in the next city council.
And Tricia, is there one particular issue that maybe you see as the champion issue on your platform? Because I know it's a competitive race with a lot of people running for Council District 5.
Yeah, I mean, we are really talking about building a city that is affordable, accessible, and just. In terms of those things, yeah, I'm fighting for affordability, both for our small businesses and for our residents, particularly for our seniors. We're talking about accessibility, creating our transit system that is more accessible and efficient across all modes. And we're really talking about a more just city, just in terms of equity in all cases, equal education, equity in our parks and open space, of which the Upper East Side has some of the least amount in our district. There's a lot that goes into that. So there's a lot, I mean, there are many different issues. I would say that in particular, I'm known as the Esplanade lady in our community because I have spent the last decade really fighting for our Esplanade and our parks and open space.
So I know that you're a mom of a gorgeous little boy, Teddy. Is there anything else that you want to let people know about you? Maybe that's fun or interesting or personal.
Sure. So I am a mom. Which means right now I have at least 3 different stains on my skirt, but I also have a wonderful little boy who's really inspiring me to pick up the fight and fight for things like universal childcare, fighting for ending our maternal mortality crisis. In terms of more fun things, besides, I will say that when I was 13 years old, I was elected Miss Teen Latina of Nevada. I was a little bit of a beauty queen, and I got top 10 in Miss Teen Latina USA. So I'm very, I was really excited. And I also, just until recently, I had a commercial driver's license because at one point in my life, I was driving a school bus. So I used to, just until recently, my stepdad was really mad I gave this up, but I used to have my commercial driver's license and was legally able to drive up to, I think, 16-person school bus.
Where did you drive a school bus?
I drove it in like the wilderness. In college, I got a job working at an outdoor sports camp out in the Sierra Mountains between California and Nevada. And I kid you not, guys, the camp wanted me to drive kids back and forth to camp. But I also got trained in like wilderness survival tactics. So I got paid to drive a school bus and chase off bears from the camp for an entire summer. So I have a strange like kind of pool of knowledge about how you very
we'll have to talk more about that.
yeah.
Thank you, Tricia, for your time on Schneps Media's 3 questions in 3 minutes. And I'm Sky with Politics NY.